question is which one it is.
Hey guys, welcome to the first live stream. I'm Decusis, and on this stream we've got Tim, our music creator. Say hi, Tim.
Wait a minute.
Why, what's up?
Wait a minute. Wait, did you have the weird, like, squiggly thing as the stream will begin shortly thing?
Yes, I did.
Okay, yeah. Well, yeah. Hello, I guess. By the way, you have us muted. Oh, never mind.
It's not muted. It's
the
working.
latest shit. Yeah, it's the latest shit.
It's you, that's what it is.
Mm-mm.
So, the plan of attack today, guys, is to basically discuss a little about the history of ADR. Then what we're going to do is jump into the old tech demo. And from there, we're going to go through the first level, break down what's going to be needed in order to rebuild this. And then we're going to jump into the old editor, give you behind the scenes look, and expose some of its secrets. And after that, we're going to jump into Unreal Engine 5, and we're going to start blocking out the level with landscaping. This is probably going to be a 6-part series. And we can't say right now how long it's going to be. There's going to be some time between videos as we carry on building the framework. So, anything you want to say? Anything you want to add?
Oh, not really.
No? Right. So, let's load up the game. Right. So, you have to bear with me because this is the very first live stream I've ever done.
He's a stream virgin.
Yeah, so definitely.
We literally set all of this stuff up like yesterday.
That's very true. Late yesterday, in fact, because our schedules are very hectic. So,
yeah, and then only to get a notification saying, "Oh, you're not eligible for doing live streaming on YouTube." Well, you know.
Yeah, someone who's done live streams before, I thought you would have known about that. But unless that's a new
I've
thing.
never had that issue. I never had that issue though. So.
Where is the old demo stuff? Right.
I'm kind of confused to why the chat is disabled though. That's kind of stupid.
Yeah, because I enabled it yesterday, and now it's disabled. That's a bit ridiculous. Oh,
so there shouldn't be any problems with it, but oh yeah. Let's see.
So we've got the Hall of Mirrors effect. Come on, ADI. I'm hearing it somewhere. Why is he put it in the window? What is this crap that we got on here? Property of ADR mod team. Who made that? Seriously, who made that graphic?
I don't know.
I don't think it was me. Somebody did it.
Well, it wasn't me. All I did was music and stuff, so. That's a really tiny window. Oh, never mind. There we go.
Alright.
Yeah, we might need an update for that logo, though. Like
Jeez, I've only just got into the actual game and he's telling me I've already died. What the hell? Oh man, it's been so long since I've actually played this. The camera is wonky as heck. Look at that, I'm just spinning around. Come on. By the way, everyone, I'm doing this with keyboard and mouse. So, the first area we're going to tackle is this little island. So we got one big rock here. Come on, turn around, turn around. Yeah, that's it. Good little Sonic. We got this one here, that one. So we got some ferns. We got whatever plant that is. Is that a hidden item under there? Can't remember now. No. One thing I've done is updated the animation with the pack that I released back in, I think it was December 2012. So it's not doing that leapfrogging animation nonsense.
Oh, is this the like updated animation set?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
because if you remember on the old videos, it was like leapfrogging everywhere. It was just really, really awful.
Oh yeah, true.
Those animations was my fault. Let's tackle all this. Right. Do you
Oh yeah.
remember what this used to
Oh
look
wait.
like on the original demo?
Yeah, kinda. It
'Cause,
was kind of bland looking, if I don't remember.
yeah, there were none of them
Um,
loops or anything on it when it was released first back in January 2008. I think
yeah.
this version is the one from November of that year.
Oh yeah, because we sped up the update for the actual tech demo because there was a lot of issues with it.
Yeah, there were, especially with the geometry of the level itself. So under here,
Yeah, because you get stuck in random spots,
oh
like when
yeah,
you were running on the walls and stuff, you just got stuck, yeah,
yeah,
and then you died.
yeah.
Well, it was kind of
So
funny.
that rock there, as you guys saw, was had a hidden item, which you can actually, if I can get on here, because the controls are so damn fiddly. But
Oh yeah, just a quick thing. So since the live stream chat is not working at the moment, we'll probably have that fixed for next stream and all that. But if you have any questions, feel free to type them in Discord, and we'll try and answer as much as possible. So
yeah, up here, as you can see, there's a flame shield. That's two areas which quite a number of people don't know about actually. Well,
I'm so glad that I'm not touching this tech demo with a keyboard and mouse.
I tell you something, it's really, really frustrating. I have
Yeah,
no
exactly.
idea
That's why
how
I don't.
you guys basically liked this so much that you wanted a rebuild.
I mean, okay, so a rebuild of the same stage, but with better controls,
Oh yeah,
definitely.
definitely. So let's
So
shooting me up the ass again. Right, the next
wait,
secret is
you're
actually
not gonna go
just
for
over here.
health?
If I come here, and nobody seems to know about this one. Just in here. Random monitor. Come on, come on, come on. That's it. Ah! You can tell it's been a very long time since I've touched this. We'll leapfrog up here.
Oh wait, didn't you miss like a one up?
No,
in
I
the
got
previous
it.
section?
No, I got it.
Oh, okay.
So another little secret item is this monitor up in this tree.
Damn, the controls are so stiff.
They are. The rotation is horrible as well. And if you move the mouse too much, you get this jerk effect and it can flip you 180.
Oh yeah.
So the next one is just here. We got a shrink and we've got an electric shield. Now these power-ups were taken from Sonic CD. There's been a lot of questions like, why have you got like Sonic shrinking and growing in the game? The shrink is from, as I just mentioned, Sonic CD, but the grow is actually from Knuckles Chaotix. That was on the 32X back in the mid-90s.
I actually think I managed to fall into that hole at random.
Possible.
At one point. I don't know how I managed to do it, but I just ran around and I panicked and I fell into it. I was kind of wondering if I broke the game or something.
Yeah. Come on. Time stop. There we go. And this is the bit I always get a bit stuck on.
No. They might have actually, the live stream might be set to kids. That's why maybe the live stream doesn't work. Then, like the chat is working. But that doesn't make sense though, because it would still allow you to type, in a sense.
That is true. So another secret.
We'll have it fixed until next time.
Yeah, another secret is on this path over here. It's really obscure. Like I said, really obscure. Because you got this Bruminator that basically will attack you. And the texture is not that good. And then the next one is just here. As you can see, it's really, really freaking bad. This lovely, alright, screw it. That was positioned by our old mapper, Digimax.
Yeah, so we got a question from Variety of Posts. They're asking, I'm still in shock that Ashura Rain is back. This fan project was and is Screaming Ambition back in 2004. Can't wait for the rebuild of North Island, one of my favorite fan stages of all time. For the rebuild, can you guys make the outside area a more longer part, I guess, than the cave? Not to say the cave overstays its welcome, but the scenery of the beach area is gorgeous.
Yeah, we could try and make it longer, because the technology that we have at our disposal now allows that, with the level streaming and the terrain system. So yeah, we could easily do that. Because back in the day when we built this, we had to be really careful with the polygon count. We were limited by how much geometry we could fit into the level. And whoa, what happened there? We're sorry about this. See, even the developer is getting issues.
Well, talking about developers, Sacco, Sack is going spin dash man.
Spin dash.
Spin dash man. Yeah.
You know what? This is what I love about this. Even though I'm on spot, I can turn in any direction and just spin dash. Right. Now, there is a way to actually get across there without going on the lily pads. And as you saw from the beach area, and everyone seems to forget this in every single video I've seen in the last 13, 14 years since this game was first put on YouTube, is that if you get enough run up, and I may not be able to do it myself, you'll be able to run on the water and go straight across there. Let's see if I can do it.
You're going to need to get some...
I'll tell you something, I keep hitting the left shift button, think I can boost, but we don't have that in this game, because I've been building in Unreal Engine 5 and 4 for a long time now. I'm just used to it. Nope, can't do it. I haven't got enough. Come on, come on. Come on. Seriously, game?
What? Why are you just stopping in front of the water? You're supposed to run over it, not stop in front of it.
Did we implement a boost in this?
No, we did not.
You sure?
I mean, technically the spin dash is a boost, but it's not a really viable boost.
That won't give enough speed up. I'm sure we have a boost. No, he's not doing it. And I'm dead. I guess I'm just going to have to do it the way everyone else did it. Right. While I'm here, what I could do, I forgot all about this. There's actually another secret up here.
Yeah, so CCat17 is saying that because everything is set to child or kids mode, swearing anything like that is gonna maybe get you shut down or banned or something.
Good
He feels
point.
it's a bit dangerous.
That's a very good point.
So, I mean, you could do a quick switch and start it back up, but that's entirely up to you. But I can actually go through an entire stream not swearing like a sailor, so.
Yeah, I'm bad at that.
Yeah, I know.
Come on. There we go.
Oh, okay, so Zach is saying you can't run on water over the swamp area. So I'm not sure if he sorted that out later, but I do remember there was one way to actually do that at one point.
A lot of
Which was
things
kind of
that people
intriguing.
have problems with is jumping on the lily pads. You have to do it right in the center. Otherwise, it's not going to pick
Yeah,
it up.
true.
And I'm dead.
I was
I'm dead.
I was I was not a big fan of the little pads at all.
And for some reason, I'm spin dashing on the water. Why? One thing you should all know is that when we started this, we were really amateurs. It's like I had about a year or two of 3D modeling under my belt. Tim, you had about what, 2-3 years of music?
Well, technically, I started back in '96.
Alright, so you basically got 9 years.
Yeah, but I was I think as official soundtrack project, this was one of the first ones. Yeah.
Come on. That tree.
I think it was this and Banzai that I was doing music for at the same time. It was another Unreal Tournament 2004 mod.
I'm dead. Oh no. I know a lot of people have issues with this stage.
Which reminds me, since Zach is typing in the thing there, Zach, do you want to add anything to this? Because like you were one of the main coders for this.
Yeah, you are.
So just type out anything you want, and we'll just relay it. He said shift key to increase run speed on planes.
I was hitting the shift and it weren't doing anything.
Mm.
Oh man. This is perilous.
Okay, so the mini player can watch past stream moments. Yeah, so the entire stream will be saved as art, like an actual video on Deck's YouTube page. So you're gonna be able to look at it later on if you miss anything.
Yeah. One thing I want to point out to everyone is the reason why we're not doing these anymore on the actual ADR mod page is because we've lost access. The email that was associated with it has basically become redundant. It got shut down some time ago because the provider had basically gone out of business. So another secret, by the way, is just through here.
Oh yeah, so Zach is saying either it's the shift key or the space bar. He's not fully sure. It's one of the two. And apparently the YouTube has many lags. True. I can actually see proper gameplay for once from Vincent, because whenever he streams it on Discord, it's a lag fiesta, and I get motion sickness. So I prefer this.
That is true.
It's an actual thing.
Right, we won't do Sky Sanctuary. What we'll do now, we'll jump straight into the editor. Come on. There we go.
Oh yeah, so the music for the tech demo, I did the menu theme. I did the I'm not sure if I did invincibility or speed shoes. I think I did speed shoes. I might have done invincibility as well. I also did the boss theme. On top of that, with the Sky Sanctuary theme. This one, and there was another guy part of the soundtrack team, a Russian guy. Don't remember what he was called though, but he did the beach theme, and he did another thing. I'm not fully sure which one that was.
Was it Flip?
Might have been Flip, yeah. Uh, it might have been Flip, yes.
Right. This is loading up. Oh, what do you know? There's a load error. Missing textures. Right. So, here we are.
Hello, Andrew.
Hey, is Andrew online?
Yeah, he's typing in the Discord.
Cool.
We
So,
seriously need to sort that live stream chat out next
yeah,
time.
we
Because this
definitely
is...
do.
But it's good that we have a Discord channel.
So, this is the level itself of the beach area. As you can see, we basically had 3 player starts down here. So, the idea were that in time, we would have built upon this. And you would have had like Knuckles and Tails joining you in the game. And it would have been like a multiplayer match, in a way. But you'd be exploring the level, working your way through. So what we'll do, we will, as I said earlier, we'll tackle this island first to begin with. And then we'll move on to this area here. At the moment, the code is not implemented for Sonic physics, so we can't actually run up any loops. And then we'll transition over to this area. So we'll build all this geometry. We'll do a bit of landscaping. So all this over here, this here, all this.
Oh yeah, I got a confirmation from Zach that it was Flip who made the
It was
beach too.
Flip. I thought
Yeah.
it were.
Yeah, because I didn't do it, so, and I didn't remember the name that he went by then, but he did some real cool stuff though.
Oh
I
yeah, a
remember that.
lot of people likes that beach music.
Yeah.
I think it's called Discovery.
Discovery.
Yeah. There were one fan of the game who was looking for the music for a long time. He didn't know the name or anything. But if you actually have the copy of ADR installed, if you go to the music folder, all the music is in there.
Yeah, in OGG format, so you
Yeah.
can just open that up in like
Windows Media Player or VLC Player or something.
yeah, or Winamp.
Yeah, Winamp. That's going back a long
I
time.
Yeah, I'm still using that. It's my favorite. I don't know why. It's just so handy.
I don't even
Winamp is
think
so
they've
good.
updated that in a few years, have they?
They have actually. They got shut down for a while, but then apparently a lot of fans wanted it back, so it's back up. You can actually download it, updated versions of it.
All right.
So I use that for my stuffs. It's good. I gotta say though, like looking at the level from
A
an
different
editor
perspective.
yeah, you got a lot of stuff going in a stage. This is far bigger than a regular Unreal Tournament 2004 stage
Yeah, it
or
is.
map.
It probably will be equivalent to maybe an assault map.
Yeah.
But as you all probably notice, if you come closer to the mountains, we've got sand. If you come more over, we've got sand here as well. But in game, you don't see this. You see a sky with lightning and everything, like atmospheric effects and weather. The whole deal going on with this is that we're using a skybox. Now, from what I've recently heard about Unreal Engine 5, skyboxes no longer exist. What you can do is actually create an actual weather system. So the clouds can either be a material or it could be an actual actor within the level.
Oh, the two people talking. It's Decreyes, Vincent, and it's me, Tim. One of the soundtracker dudes from the project back then. I'm still Actually, still doing soundtracks for this project, but yeah.
Yeah, you've currently done the invincibility music, and you're working on
Yeah,
the
I still need
menu.
to do the menu and all that stuff.
Yeah. Now, all these random purple-looking squares is blocking zones, which basically, well, they're either blocking zones or they're actual triggers. Now, I think this one here, this one, if I can select it, I think that's an actual trigger. I tell you
How
something,
old
I
is like this project?
I do not miss this engine, I'll tell you. Yeah, this is a Sonic Physics volume, which allows the player to basically come in, and if they get enough speed, does the loop. Yeah, where is... Remember, this actor down here has a
Well,
kind
it's
of...
not '06 physics, is it? Where you could just stand upside down, right?
That's true. And a big kudos to Zach, because he did several iterations of the physics for this game.
Oh yeah, he made the video on the ModDB page with a
The cameras and
ton of
everything.
different like, yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, that actually predates this level, if I remember correctly. So I think this level got started in June or July of 2007.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Because we spent 6 months when we started the project, when it was still called Sonic Extreme Fighters, in I think that was August 2005. We spent 6 months researching Sonic games because I hadn't played a Sonic game since Sonic and Knuckles. So that was like 1995. I'd only briefly played Sonic Adventure like once in 2005 when I was tasked to basically create a character pack for Unreal Tournament 2004. And who would have thought a character pack would lead to this?
I mean, you kind of wanted to expand on it, so I mean,
Truthfully, I had no experience doing mods back in 2005. I got flooded on the old Atari forums after I posted the character pack. People saying, hey, this looks really cool, can you make a mod? And I'm like, nope, sorry, don't have the skills, can't do it. And then my emails as well. I must have got about 300 emails or something in the space of about 4 or 5 months saying, can you build a mod? And I'm like, I don't know how. I have no coding experience. I have very little animation experience. All this that.
you were popular.
Yeah, it got popular because a lot of people wanted to have Sonic and Mario shoot it out in Unreal Tournament. Because the
I
Mario
mean, who
model and
wouldn't?
Link had already been released.
I mean, who doesn't want to shoot any of those people
Well,
in a
that's true.
game?
Well, that's
Of
true.
course.
We did have a good time when we were actually developing the early stages of ADR. Like Sonic and Tails and Knuckles running around with a gun in hand. Yes.
Well, yeah, didn't Tails have the flying mechanic already in the pack as well?
No, not in the pack. That came during the multiplayer sessions when we had the Emerald Hunt. If you remember that level.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That game type.
Yeah, yeah.
It was a good idea, but it got boring really, really quickly. Because you had to basically
Mhm.
collect the emeralds. An emerald will be shown on top of your head. And then you basically kill that player to steal their emerald and take it to your base. So it was kind of like an assault game, I think it were back in the day. Or was no, not assault, bombing run. That was it.
Yeah, the more bumming one. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was like the more emeralds you had in your base declared you the winner, but people could basically go in your base, steal the emerald, and because there was like 6 or 7 emeralds to collect, it got boring really quick, so we abandoned that idea after about 2-3 months. But
I mean,
if
we haven't
you go
announced
on
some things
YouTube
though, right?
now, well, or after the stream, and look up Ian Lin, That's Blaze from back in the day. And he's got old videos of Emerald Hunt.
Oh, is that the one with the like Oriental kind of house in the middle of the map and stuff?
Um, that is an actual UT map, that. I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's
I
got
do remember seeing a few videos with it.
he's got a few videos on there that's about 12 years old now, I think. And it's from the prototype of Sky Sanctuary. Because we're using that as a base
Oh.
for Emerald Hunt. So let's have a look.
Mm-mm.
As I said, we want to recreate all this geometry at the back here, these mountains and this beach area. And I don't believe there's anything out here. We won't be able to do any running on water at the moment because those type of controls are not built in to the framework just yet. But we can easily put that in to the next stream.
Yeah.
This stream is basically just blocking out the terrain, adding in some of these rocks, trees, and then we'll be adding in some of the gameplay mechanics on the next stream. Probably be able to put spring in there again. Come on. You know, I really don't remember how to use these controls. Oh, there we go. You have to hold shift down and then move items. I miss the widget. I really do. I think they brought that
By the way,
in
how many
UT3.
people? Because I remember we did a tease video, or Zach made a tease video of running on the water to the section behind the mountain, to the little island. I haven't seen anyone actually do that.
You mean this one here?
No, to the left
To the left?
of that area.
Yeah, that's in a lot of videos. It's actually in one of the main ADR videos. You come down from up there, you hit that, you go there, and it catapults you over here. And that
No,
base.
I mean from the starting point. If you run directly to your left from the starting point, yeah, you can run all the way over to the side there and actually go up the mountain area.
There's nothing over here.
I mean, maybe it's just delayed for me. The video, it probably is. Yeah, it's just delayed for me.
Yeah, I don't know about any island over here, and I can't see one.
No. You were in the right area.
Ah, right.
It was just delayed for me. But yeah, I like all the playthroughs and all that stuff. I never saw anyone trying to run up that thing or getting over to that point.
I've seen a few.
I haven't seen a single one. Maybe we're just looking at weird, like random videos. I have never seen it.
You're not looking at the right videos.
Probably.
So someone asked earlier, or they mentioned that
Hmm?
they were surprised that ADR is back in development. The
Yeah,
reason
that would
it's
be variety of posts.
yeah. So the reason we're back in development is because of you guys. Over the last couple of years, I've had emails, messages, and I've seen comments in various ADR videos that's been posted up, and I'm even surprised that people are still creating videos of this tech demo. I think the latest one was about 6 months ago. And pretty much every single video, there's not one bad comment, which is very surprising because this game is flawed. As I mentioned previously, we are amateurs when we started this, and we've gained the skills since in the last, what is it, 13, 14 years since it's been released.
Well, you have. I haven't technically.
Well, you're still doing your music. You've come a long way since.
I mean, yeah. I've, I've been at it for like 24 plus years now. So if
Yeah,
I hadn't gotten any better at it, it would be kind of bad. Just saying, I'll kind of buy it.
Yeah, we're also showing our age when we mentioned the years that's gone by. So,
Yeah, this
yeah,
doesn't make me feel old at all.
yeah. The plan
Thank you.
were after I cancelled the game back in 2015, 2016. I didn't think I'd come back to it, to be honest, because my life had got so busy, work, relationships. But then COVID happened, and I got
Oh
struck
yeah, you
down.
should not be talking about that openly because
Well,
apparently videos get struck down if you mention anything about that because politics. So
yeah,
we'll maybe not
politics,
bring.
politics. But with
Yeah,
COVID, there was not much to do. Work was a bit dried up because I had what's known as a TIA stroke, which is like a stroke, but it doesn't have the permanent side effects. And I was told that I need to basically do something visual to help my recovery because I had memory issues. And I thought, maybe I'll dive back into the Unreal Engine. So it did, and surprisingly, I found myself basically coding up the framework for a new version of ADR. And quite a lot of it was
that
done
was
within
Unreal
two
Engine 4
months.
though.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
I started it mid-December 2020, and it was pretty much almost complete until I hit a bug with the engine, which caused the entire rendering process to just lock up and freeze. So all the materials lost their textures, it wouldn't compile. It was like, what the heck is going on? I could play it, but it was just sluggish. It was really, really bad. And even to this day, right now, it's still the superior version compared to the Unreal Engine 5 one.
that's true. Yeah, it was more functional. But
Yeah.
yeah, Alina Fox says, hearing you say 24 plus years makes me feel young because apparently they're 23. So, and Andrew goes, you'll get there soon enough. Time flies. It does, yeah.
I want to know,
It
Andrew, when are
is.
you going to release your Sonic Extreme game?
Oh,
You've been
yeah.
developing yours just as long as ADR has.
Is it that long, really?
Yeah. Actually, I think he started before ADR started production. He's got the
Okay.
actual demos from STI, the original
Oh,
demos
damn.
that they were using for prototypes back in the 90s.
Alina Fox goes, I started helping you with AXSX when I was 19. Lol.
That's 4 years ago.
How do you feel about that?
Yeah, Andrew, how do you feel that you've had 4 years to get your game out?
This was
While
Alina Fox.
ADR
This
did.
wasn't Andrew.
Say that again.
Yeah, so Alina Fox is stating, I started helping you with AXSX when I was 19.
Yeah,
Lol. How do you feel about that? AXSX versus ADR. Who will win the race? That's true. Yeah.
probably ADR at this point.
Are you sure about that though? I mean, we moved engine twice already. Well, actually, no.
Speaking of that, the reason we changed engine from Unreal Engine 2 to Unreal Engine 3 is because we just hit a roadblock. Zach, if I remember, could only do so much with Unreal Engine 2 because it was a mod. There were no source code. There was basically limited resources, and when Unreal Engine 3 was released and the UDK was available, there was a little more play with it. There was a little more functionality that a developer could do, but there was still no source code whatsoever. So it was still limited. The
That kind of started with Unreal Engine 3, though. Like, they started doing that whole use the engine for free, would take a small cut if you make a game kind of
Yeah,
thing.
but we could never do that because of Sega, because of the intellectual
Yeah.
property rights. That's why ADR is always free. No matter how it's developed, will always be free. So if you ever see anybody online saying, "Oh, $35 or €35 or £35 or whatever. Flag
It's a
them.
lie. It's a
Flag them
lie.
because they are lying and they are stealing. You
Then
should
again, it
never
could also
pay
be
for this
that
game.
people. It could also be that people are responding to like, how can I get the tech demo working on blah blah blah, and then you need to buy, for instance, Unreal Tournament 2004 with additional stuff or like
Yeah,
the full
exactly.
bundle thing
That
to
was
do the tech demo of the old version, but not the new one. Technically,
no, you won't need anything for the new one. What comes with ADR is the only thing that you need for ADR to run. So if you've actually downloaded the sandbox demo recently, that's all you have to do. You just have to download it from a place online, and then you'll be able to play it.
is there any like Sonic game engine made on Unity though? Like, because most of the stuff that I've seen are usually on Unreal Engine 4 or similar. I have yet to see one on Unity.
I don't think there is. But then again, I'm not a Unity developer.
I might actually look around and see if I can find something with the Unities. Maybe. Because why not? At some point.
Why would you want to go to Unity anyway?
No, I'm just like curious if someone actually decided to, oh, I'm going to do a framework, but only in Unity instead. Because I don't know, because you have Unreal Engine 4 and 5, which are free to use and all that stuff. So Unity is basically the same. So
I'd wish him luck because it is challenging. Zach had many sleepless nights with the mathematics for the physics in UE2, UE3, and no
oh,
doubt for
there is
UE4 as
tons.
well.
There's
Building the next
tons of
character.
Unity Sonic fan games apparently. Bumper Engine, look it up. I might actually
Nah,
do that because I'm kind of intrigued because I prefer Unreal Engine myself.
I
I
do.
do. Uh, I feel it's a more solid engine. I've worked in Unity before. I'm not a big fan of it. So,
I've been with
but
Unreal Engine now since the first version when it came out in 98, 99 with the original Unreal
mm,
Tournament. So
it's
I've
only
been
one
using
of
it
them.
that long now. So that's like 20, I think it's 23 years. I think UT99 came out in
Oh
January of
God,
that year. I know I had the demo because it came on a PC Game Magazine disc.
I'm watching the bumper video thing. It's not looking bad though.
They would have taken some time to actually do that. But what's the physics like though? Because the physics is the challenging part.
Yeah, it seems like they got a solid hand on the physics. Looking at the early version though, having Sonic running around like he crapped his pants is not a very good look. But you know,
Is it better
it
than
is
the
what it
actual
is.
animation that we originally had before the animation update, where it was all wooden? That's the question.
Let's see. Andrew was in the shower.
We don't want to
Sonic
know
jumped
that you
onto
was
the
in the
tree.
shower, Andrew. That's personal.
Alina
Keep it off
goes,
the
I also
stream.
hate Unity. Alina Fox goes, I also hate Unity. I'm an Unreal Engine developer. Good team, good choice.
Right
Like,
on.
yes. And then Andrew goes, yeah, same. Unity sucks. Well, it
Andrew,
doesn't,
Andrew,
but
let
it
someone else
does.
talk.
It it's got its target audience. That's true. I mean, like for instance, you have games like VR chat and all that stuff. The way they can implement VR controls and all that is really easy in Unity. So that's why a lot of people use that.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of intrigued to see what you could do VR wise with Nanite and all that stuff available in Unreal Engine 5.
Well, at the moment, Nana is only working with static meshes, but
Yeah,
there is word down the grapevine, so to speak, that it will be built to use like skeletal meshes and possibly terrain at some point during its development
yeah.
cycle. I don't think
So
it.
so I'm kind of intrigued to see what you can do with it.
I don't think it will be available in spring of this year with the initial first version, or should I say, the official first version of Unreal Engine 5 is released. But seeing as the engines basically have between a 7 to 10 year life cycle, it probably would be fitting in during that time.
Yeah, probably, yeah. Alina Fox goes, I just am also not a fan of the general Unity user base. A lot of them come off as pretentious. That is true. If you're looking for help, um, there's been a few people that put their nose in the air and go like, "Oh, I don't want to talk to you about your you know."
That's with every
And
community.
it's just, but then again, like if you look at the amount of videos and stuff for Unreal, it's literally unreal.
Yeah,
It
there's a
just
lot.
floods with anything that you need on the tubes and on the forums and the stuff, you know.
Yeah.
And like as Andrew also said, he's not a big fan of the lack of tools in Unity, but Unity has its pros and cons. It's resource friendly as well, if anything, if you know how to use it properly.
Mhm.
But as I said, I prefer Unreal Engine over Unity because it feels like when you're doing something in Unreal Engine, it feels like it's an actual, like really advanced thing for the most simple thing.
How many game
That's
developer
it.
studios are actually using Unity compared to the Unreal Engine, do you think?
I would actually say it's about
I'd say there's
yeah, probably
more.
50-50.
I'd say there's more using the Unreal Engine because it's a full package now. Where before,
Yeah.
20 years ago, it was just a game editor, but now the engine is being used not just for games, but for visualization purposes, music videos, movies, television, advertisements. It's even
Oh
now
yeah, the live
used for The Mandalorian.
the live scenery
Yeah,
on blue screens.
yeah,
So they
exactly.
have like a 3D camera that projects a 3D background on top of a blue screen, so people just act. So they're basically having it on Real Engine that can just move stuff around. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's plenty of videos on
It's really
YouTube
nice.
and on the actual Epic Games website about that. But it's like, who
Yeah.
would have thought the Unreal Engine would be used in that type of manner 20 years ago? I know,
And Andrew goes, look,
I know
yeah,
Steven Spielberg, when Unreal Engine 2 was being used, he was using it to previs some movie scenes. I remember that being in a news article back in the early 2000s. But to think of it now, like The Mandalorian, The Book of Boba Fett, some small movies, it's like
yeah.
you just get like an iPad,
Let's see.
use that as your digital virtual camera, sync it to the editor, you've got your own playground to build your own movies now. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah. Oh, Andrew goes, looks like I have to boot up the PC up here. Can't YouTube and Discord at the same time on this phone. And then Alina Fox goes, I had another Unity person help me out to learn the engine. And when I scaled a mesh in Blender and imported it into Unity,
Different size, right?
I wasn't supposed to scale the model in object mode, but rather in vertices mode. Like what?
I
First
have
off,
no
how
idea.
was I supposed to know that? That's true. Like I've done a lot of the model imports and whatnot from Unity, well, from Blender into Unity and all that stuff. The scaling system in between like Unreal Engine and Unity is so different because like a model could be supersized in Unity, but it could be super tiny in Unreal. It all depends on like the outputs and how each engine handles the exported material.
Isn't the world access
And
different as well? Where Unreal is Z up,
yeah,
where Unity is Y up.
yeah, something like that as well. Yeah. So I mean, then again, like belittling people for not knowing enough is like, for instance, me doing music for over 24 years, I'm not gonna sit there and like spit on someone who's trying to get better at something or learn. Like I offer knowledge instead of just sitting there and spitting at them because who wins at the end? about that. You get a little ego boost, and the other person basically kind of gives up on something. That's not really. It's not an okay thing to do. So I'd rather offer help and knowledge rather than just looking down on someone because it's dumb to do that.
Not
I
only
honestly
that,
don't know why people do that.
not only that, it can be difficult to find the right answers to a certain subject. And we're only here on
Yeah.
this planet for like a limited time. And it's always best to share knowledge and resources as best as we can. So if you know
Oh,
something
yeah.
that someone else don't, you can pass that knowledge on to them, mentor them, and they can mentor someone else. Like for example, during the development of this, Zach was helping me understand how to code because he was the only sole coder at the time. There was another guy who came on board for a brief period. He did the hoverboards that we had originally in the game, and Zach only came on just to do the monitors, and then he stayed on, and then the team was struggling to find another coder, and he took it on himself to pull the game together and create the physics. And without his help, this game would never have been made. Because find the people to actually help out doing this is very hard. There's a lot of people who will say, "Oh, I'd like to help," and they give you drawings, but it'd be like, "What is it? What am I looking at?" It's like you have to be very critical who you actually bring on to the team. It's like everyone has an idea of how something should be, but if something like this, you need a collective to basically develop something of this size. And this project was
It's
very
kind of funny
ambitious.
though. It's kind of funny that you mentioned that because like I randomly found your project back in the day, like 2004 and all that, and then here we are, years and years later, and I'm still doing your music, and I'm still stuck with you
Not only
and this
that,
project.
but it was you and Andrew who said, "Hey, why not bring ADI back?" And I'm like, "No, no,
I didn't say
no,
that.
no."
I did not. You basically contacted me. Yeah, I'm starting ADR back up. I'm like, okay.
I said, "Do you
And
think I
oh yeah, you
really
still want to?
should?"
Yeah, and I went like, if you want to, go for it, you know. And you're like, oh, okay. And you started it up, and then go, oh yeah, can you still do the music and stuff, or maybe help out with other stuff? I'm like,
Yeah, I did
yeah,
say that.
sure.
I said that because you said I should do this. So I did. And I said, if I'm doing it, I'm roping you back into it. And you agreed.
Yeah, just lock me down.
Yep,
Oof.
exactly. So anyway,
Let's see.
back to the development. So,
Let's see. Andrew goes, yeah, and that sounds like such a off way to scale. Alina Fox goes, I agree, and also the fact that Unity official documentation tutorials are very, very vague. That is true.
right. I think
Andrew
we're getting more
goes,
into a
Unity to me is
Unity
blending.
discussion right now.
Yeah, no. We're showing off the tech demo here, so we can leave the Unity and an Unreal Engine thing on the shelf for now.
Yeah,
So,
keep that in the Discord.
uh, yeah, so if you have any questions or anything for the actual stuff on the screen, go for it. Other than that, if you're having a personal debate about stuff, I'll ignore that so you can focus on that if you want.
Yeah, because we're gonna have to jump into UE5 soon. And it's, what
Oh yeah,
time is
true.
it now? We've already been on
Uh,
about an hour,
yeah,
and we haven't really
time
started any
flies when
development.
you're.
So, the terrain. Let's get back to this. So, what we'll
Mhm.
probably do with this is use the new landscaping tools. And these rings here, even though they're basically hand placed. Come on. No, I said I want a ring. Give me a ring. Like I said, I don't miss this engine. Can I please have a ring? Thank you. Right, hold down shift.
No.
Yeah, they're all hand placed. So what I would do for this is basically have a spline path with rings on them so it's generated automatically. Up here, I'd probably cut out some of the terrain, cut it out down here as well. And for the river section, I would use the new river tool. Bring it from there,
Cool.
come down here. And I might actually update it so the water actually flows down and comes down into the river down here, down to the mouth where it meets the ocean. Or is
Alina
it?
Fox has a question
Or is it an ocean?
about the Unreal. Yeah, Alina Fox has a question about the Unreal Engine 2.
Well,
When you did landscaping, did Unreal Engine 2 originally have any kind of automatic tools or tool to lower the vertex per distance?
there was culling, but I think that is on an object basis. Let me just try and open up the properties. I think it was in here somewhere. Yeah, cull distance. So this will basically not render once you've exceeded a distance of 8,192. So if you're basically all the way over here, it will disappear. And you can see items are like popping in. So we had that going on. There was nothing like there is these days. Everything had to be hand placed.
Old school.
Exactly. The terrain always stayed there. So we used the height fog to basically hide it. And you can see certain things are now started disappearing because I'm too far away from it. So thankfully, that kind of stuff didn't show up because we had the skybox.
Yeah,
So
it got covered with a fog. So
yeah, that's the beauty of masking things with certain techniques like this. Very old school.
another question. Let's see. Alina Fox again. Were there also any kind of texture painting tool, or did you have to bake textures into the UV map manually?
Back then, you had to bake them manually. So you'd have to do that in like 3ds Max or Maya. And even those tools back in that time were very, very basic compared to what there are now. And as you can see,
Yeah, I mean,
with
this is back in
this,
2004.
well, no, this is 2007.
Even then.
The engine came out in 2004. But as you can see, there was a
Oh
lot
yeah.
of textures that we created that we just didn't bother to map. Like this one is just totally stretched. If we had the time, we would have basically fixed that. But we were like in a bit of a rush. So we don't bother to do that. If you look at the buzz bombers over here, they're basically the same. We just slapped a random Unreal Tournament texture on there. Pretty cool that this has basically got this black and yellow, like a bee. But yeah, we basically just winged half of it. Just slap the texture on there, we'll deal with it later. Textures were basically, I said it was pretty much a low priority. What we were trying to aim for is get the gameplay mechanics in place.
I mean, yeah, it was a tech demo, so
Yeah. And everyone kept saying, it's impossible. You can't walk on walls, you can't walk on ceilings, the engine doesn't support that. Well, Zach did it.
yeah.
So you go anywhere on the
You went like,
forum back then, it was like, nope, nope, nope. And someone released the mod of the Matrix for Unreal Tournament. And that was basically going like wall running in a way and then flipping off the wall. It weren't true Sonic physics where you can run up a loop. People were like, nope, nope. And I remember there was like, if I remember, Zach created some type of, I don't know if it was a vehicle or something where the character transformed. I remember there was this little square block that you would touch. And I don't know if the actor changed from a pawn to a vehicle, but you wouldn't know because it still looked like Sonic. And then it would basically do the loop. I'm not sure if that's how this works or it might have actually changed. Zach will probably be able to
I
give you
do
some
find
more
it.
information about that.
I do find it interesting though that oh yeah, I had all these people going, oh no, it's not possible, and Zach basically goes, hold my beer, and did everything. So
Yeah.
he had a hold my beer moment.
There was a lot of hard work to get that going. I think it was about 3 or 4 rewrites and a lot of sleepless nights. And you
Mm.
got to remember, there was no access to the source code. If he had the source code, it would have been immensely easier to do because you just have to manipulate the physics that's built into the engine. But because this was a mod on top of an actual game, it made it all the worth more difficult. So you're fighting the engine to achieve something that you want. And you have to find a loophole in the game to actually do it. And he did it.
Oh yeah, and Andrew says he had a hold my beer moment in Sonic GDK as well, or two. So
Well, this came before the GDK.
yeah, no, he went from this and then went to the GDK, went like, yeah, hold my beer again, you know.
Yeah. And then he went again and did the ninja character for
That's true,
Unreal
yeah.
Engine 4.
More beers. Zach has too many beers.
I think they deserved.
Mm. Me and
One thing I
UDK
want to show
always.
you guys. Where do you think the special stage is?
Hmm?
Do you think it's in another map?
No, I think it's underneath.
Nope. The special stage, actually, is there. There's a special stage in every single map. And that's because back in Unreal Engine 2, there was really no such thing as level streaming as we know it today. I think that was relatively a new thing in Unreal Engine 3.
Yeah.
You'd have to basically load each map every single time. And then when level streaming came in, you'd be like, okay, copy the part of the level that you're in now over to the other level, and then have like a bit of a bridge, but have a persistent map. So you had one map containing other maps inside. Well, thankfully now in Unreal Engine 5, you don't need to do that
Oh yeah, true. Mm.
because it's all
So
like
how many guessed that it was behind the mountain?
probably none.
Let's see. Alina went somewhere under the stage or something. Yeah, because I thought it was under the stage as well, because that's the most surface you have. But apparently not. Wait, what? Level streaming didn't fully exist yet? No, it's so old. It's old, very old.
Gotta remember, this is an engine that came out in 2002.
I think level streaming became a thing in UDK first.
No, it came out in Unreal Engine 3. UDK came out like 3 years later
Oh
because
yeah.
Gears of War was one of the first games that came out in 2006 on Unreal Engine
Well,
3.
I say UDK, but I kind of meant Unreal Engine 3 technically. But that's two different things. I just realized.
You mean to the average Joe developer like me?
Yeah.
Yeah. We had to wait an additional 3 years.
I seriously feel young, Alina Fox says. Well, thank you. Just rub it
Thanks.
in, why don't you?
I feel older.
Let's
Yeah.
see. Yeah.
Building this terrain will be a lot easier compared to how it worked because back building this, you had basically had to paint on every single layer.
I saw that, Andrew.
Where is it? Trying to think where the actual. There it is, terrain editor. If I bring this over. So we've got the height map, which we still have. We've got two height maps actually. So one is for the beach, and this lot here, as you can see. I think it's control.
Yeah, you got a lot less features with the UDK than you got with the actual Unreal Engine 3. Well, I think it was only the actual full studio developers that actually got it.
Yeah,
The fully functional one. And the
there was
UDK
a
was
lot of
just
features that
everything.
were missing. If you wanted the full features,
Yeah.
you had to pay the license fee, which I think was about $500,000.
Oof.
A lot of
Comparing that
money.
to like Unreal Engine 4 and 5, though, like now you have everything at the tip of your fingertips.
Well, you got to remember when Unreal Engine 4 was released, there was still the subscription fee to pay.
That's true, yeah.
And
I
then
actually
I
paid.
think I think about 6 months after they changed the model. So you only had to pay a fee once a month, and it was a lot less. And you had to pay royalties.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, was it like a year later or the same year? They decided to drop it altogether and you just pay a royalty fee once you reach like $500,000 in
Yeah, they changed that to a million
fees.
later.
Yeah,
But they kept like changing
the business
the
model.
way you had access to the engine, yeah. And doing it the way they're doing it now is just perfection because now you have a fully equipped engine that you can do anything you want with. And if you want to sell it, you basically can get like you can earn at a certain amount of money, like it was 1-2 million or something like that.
Yeah.
And then you pay about, what was it, 15% off of that?
hmm And I believe they
And
dropped it now down to 5%. I think I've read.
even that, yeah.
But just
I
think,
think Unity had a similar thing as well, but they took a higher percentage
yeah,
to go
but just
further.
think though, coming from this to Unreal Engine 4, you were stuck developing for like Windows, Linux, Mac. Now you can develop on all three platforms. You've also got consoles, the Xbox, the PlayStation, the Nintendo Switch. You got VR.
That's
You
true.
can even build games now for websites on mobiles. It's like, what the heck? And in the last year, Xbox has got this subscription fee where you can actually play Gears of War 5 and other Unreal Engine 4 games on a tablet or on your phone. It's like, we never had that back then. If we wanted that kind of thing, we would have had to pay the 500,000 for the license fee and gain access to the UDN network to basically know how to go ahead and do that. Now, all these tutorials they put online on YouTube, on the forums, on the website, and we also have the Unreal Marketplace now, which we didn't have, where you can actually get access to assets and blueprints and code.
It sounds a little bit like Andrew's shooting shots here. Yeah, AXSX couldn't rotate Sonic's collision cylinder, breaking a lot of stuff related to the level of rotation because of the lack of source. So I'm guessing that's a UDK thing.
Yeah, it would be.
Alina Fox goes, yeah, thanks to the new Unreal Engine 4 model back in 2015. I started developing since then. I was like 16 or 17 at the time. So, I mean, it opens up like a lot of doors for people that want to do things. So, I kind of enjoy the aspect of that.
Well, you're going to remember, Epic Games started off in a garage, and their plan back then in the early 90s was to create games that they love. And what they've done is open up the business model to allow other people who feels the same way to do exactly the same thing with AAA studio tools for free.
Oh, Alina Fox. Wait, weren't there 3D asset stores online back then, separate from the game engines? Not that many, no.
No, there weren't that many. Turbo Squid was around, but the
Yeah, but you had to pay like.
poly count was obscene. It was like people are just creating 3D models and not thinking about polygon count. But if you wanted a video game character, it would have been very difficult. You would have had to find a 3D modeler in order to do that, because back then it was like cars, buildings, trees, props that could be used in like videos or 3D rendered scenes or something, but not for games.
Yeah, Turbo Squid was around, what was it, 2003,
Yeah,
as we
something like
mentioned.
that.
So, but like most of the time, you ended up making your own things because either you didn't have enough money to actually buy anything, and whatnot. So, Turbo Squid.
Right, I think it's time to jump in Unreal Engine 5.
Yeah,
So,
we've had enough reminiscence for this evening. We're moving on to the newer and shinier stuff.
exactly. Where's my mouse?
Hopefully.
There's my mouse. Right. What I need to do is flip over. You can tell I'm a YouTube virgin, can't you? With this live streaming.
A little bit,
There
yeah.
we go.
I mean, you're gonna get used to it eventually, so.
Yeah. Once I know the hotkeys and everything, we'll be there. So,
Let's see. Andrew
an
goes, I've been
engine
modeling
I
since
can use.
1998. Simple forms for trading stuff. Yeah. Variety of posts goes, yes, it's time. Yes, it is time.
Easy
It's
Golem.
time for the shiny.
Easy Golem. Right, let's see.
Yes, master.
Now, it's been a long time since I've actually used any type of terrain system. And I've only briefly used this. So,
There's a lot less in editor than normally I see whenever we talk. I'm intrigued.
yeah, it's because it's a brand new level. And
Ah,
shaders are still compiling. And it's
still?
been, yep, still been 7 hours.
Damn.
Wow.
I mean, once it's
Follow
done, it's
follow a
done.
tutorial online. Just hit this thing in the project settings. It'll take a bit to compile. Yeah, taking all freaking day. Right, let's see if I can try this. So, what I need now, I've got that, is
Imagine
create.
porting North Islands 2 Generations as a level mod. That would you still have to redo a lot of the things because I think me and Vincent spoke about it like a day or so ago that the height maps and all that stuff, you're gonna need to redo all of that
Yeah,
because they're
yeah,
kind
I
of
will.
borked if you try to use them now. So
Yeah.
you'd still have to redo every single asset, I think, even if you want to do it a mod.
Well, you're going to remember all the assets from the Unreal Tournament 2004 version are pretty low poly.
Mm.
That's not letting me select it. Come on,
It's
please
so
select.
great and shiny.
You know what? Oh yeah, I forget. How dumb am I? I'm trying to select an item when I'm in landscape mode. There we
Yeah, I
go.
mean,
Look at that.
you do
That's
that.
what I miss from Unreal Engine 2. A widget. I can actually easily move things. Right, so now create one visual effects, sky atmosphere, and I also want to create a exponential height fog. So
Let's see. Another question
go
from
on.
Alina Fox. Did Unreal Engine 2 have the same tool Unreal Engine 4.5 has, which can export in-game assets as an FBX?
No, No, you could only export back then in T3D or OBJ. FBX didn't come out until like, I think 2009.
Hmm. Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah.
Okay, accept that. Trying to think, why is this not showing anything?
It's still compiling shaders and stuff in the corner, so.
That should have finished by now. Come on, speed up. Just so you
Well, I
guys
mean, it's your
know,
first
I am
machine,
using a 7-year-old machine. I've not really done any updates to it for a long time, and I thought, as a lot of people have always said in the past, my machine probably can't handle it. Well, if I can handle it, your machine should be able to handle it.
I mean, it barely handles it. You are due for an upgrade. Let's just be real about it.
Yeah, definitely. Engine has basically seized upon me.
Still impressive though that you can still work in the game engine even though you have a what is it, 7th gen processor.
Something like that.
So it's still pretty cool.
I don't think it's gonna let me till that compiling shaders is finished. No.
Seems like it froze up for you.
Definitely looks like it.
It's like no.
Not cool.
I mean, did you have this on in the background while you were playing the old tech demo?
No. Oh, yeah, I did actually.
Yeah, so that paused probably the compiling of the shaders because it takes resources. So yeah, that's why it wasn't done.
Well, let's see if I can do something else. Come on. Yeah, this engine's not gonna work.
Having a moment.
It definitely is having a moment. On a stream.
I mean, as I mentioned, first stream, things gonna happen. It's gonna be remedied next time. So this is the what was it called? It sounds bad saying it, but it's the Virgin Voyage of the stream. Things are gonna happen. Things will break. It is what it is.
I'm gonna load up another version of ADI. This is probably the 5th iteration in the last year.
Oh yeah, because you had to recode a lot of the stuff as well. Yeah.
Yeah, this version at the moment that's loading up is the one that broke on me. But I should be able to basically create a level in this and then shift it over into this version.
Is there a point to having the editor window open in the back there because it seems like it's stuck at 800 something? So I think it's not going to continue compiling.
Now what I could do is basically go into Task Manager. Let's have a look.
Yeah, just bump it out.
Still doing it. It's doing
Still
something.
showing activity.
Yeah. Just Windows now being very slow.
I mean, I wonder why. You do have a few things happening.
Let's shut that down. Bye-bye. Right, we should have more resources now. So this is what I was working with originally before it crashed. As you can see, it's very similar with the items that we currently have in the sandbox demo. But in this one, we actually have the cartridges as a collectible. But they have not been recorded yet. On this one, the monitors don't actually work. This was recorded from the Unreal Engine 4 version. This is the vanishing platform. That weren't working until the new version. That is the actual pushable block I was using before. Buttons. This was just like the test sample area. I was thinking of like building up for the actual remake of the demo, just to get like a stylized idea. Because the palm trees was like so old and dated, I purchased an asset pack from the Unreal Marketplace that had these palm trees. I thought these look kind of stylized. They kind of fit the environment that Sonic is. It has that kind of cartoony look and such. I thought,
A little bit of a cell shade.
no, not really. It's just the texture. But it does have some coconuts. I might actually separate the coconut from some of these trees. Well, actually, I just need one, really. And then if you actually hit the tree, I might just have coconuts fall down. Just give it a bit of
Extra
real work
hazards?
now.
Yeah, why not?
And then,
Make it even harder for people to play it.
yeah. Also, I might do it. So if there's one of these item boxes up in the tree, you hit the tree, and the item box falls down. Kind of like in Sonic 1. So,
That's true, yeah.
let's go to new level. Let's make it a lot easier. So we've got the time of day map now. Get rid of that. Don't need it. Don't need that. Don't need that. With this, I hold Control L. I actually alter time of day. Daytime. Nighttime. Or even dusk or dawn. Bring that back up. Right, now let's go back to here. Create. But a good thing about the new terrain editor is that if the terrain is basically not to the correct size that you require, you can always add new segments. So I'll say that I need more terrain over here. There is an option. If I go to add, I can add more terrain pieces. And if there's too many, I can just basically start deleting them. And that will basically save on render time. But once I'm with the terrain, I would basically go through and start deleting pieces. Let's just add that back.
That Unreal 5 sky is lovely, Andrew says. That is true. It's nice. Makes me tired.
So,
Makes my old butt want to go to bed.
what we need is a reference. If I come in here, I type Sonic. We have all these type of things. Now I can't take the pawn because the pawn is broken. Because this is the other engine. But I can use the actual skeleton mesh. If I come out.
Sonic is borked.
And that is my single point of reference scale. So Sonic is apparently about 1 meter in height. Or just over. I think it's over. I think it's 1.5 meters. Which will probably be about right. So if I create a cube, shapes, cube, drag down. Yeah, he's just a little over 1 meter because that
He's small.
is 1 meter. So let's zoom out. So he's there. So as you can see, this terrain is huge. This is far more than we actually need for the actual terrain. So I come down here, then I basically, let's just bring the streaming thing over here so I can see it. So if I transition over to the other page, the other screen rather, as you can see, we want to work on this area here. So it's raised up, it dips down, and then it kind of raises again, and then dips down, and then it raises again over here. So we need to find a good point of reference for how close this is to the edge. So it's about just under halfway. I need to learn the shortcuts for this engine. There we go. So bring that up. Shift them across to about here. Bring it down. Does help if I actually show you what I'm doing. Okay. So let's bring him up slightly. Go back into terrain mode. Sculpt. We're on the height map layer. And we need to shrink this down slightly. About there. We can always smooth these out. And for once, Tim is quiet.
Yeah, I'm not. I figured that won't disturb you while you're working on things. I have no clue what you're doing, so I don't have a lot of feedback for this.
Everyone just watching in bewilderment. He's starting development.
Something's happening. Yay.
There was so much talking and now work.
The BS is gone. Oh, yay.
No more Unity.
Oh no.
Right, so if we bring that down there.
Yeah. Also, we're keeping a lot of swearing away because of reasons. So.
Yeah, we don't want to get flagged, especially when it's a Sonic game. Even though
Yeah.
ADR will still be slightly dark in nature with its storyline.
Slightly.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh, the stuff people don't know.
Ooh.
Ooh. We have some stuff happening in the back. Oof.
Who is the unknown?
Oof.
Do you know who the unknown is?
Unknown where?
The unknown character.
Uh-huh. No.
Yeah, you do.
Do I really?
Yeah.
Okay. I
Remember
didn't
the
know.
echidna that I actually modeled last year?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just so you guys know, years ago we had an idea for a story that tied in Sonic Adventure 1 with ADR. And we still have that premise.
We do have additional gameplay stuff going as well.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, I think they kind of figured that out with the videos that I posted sometime last year
yeah,
with the multiplayer section.
yeah, but they don't know exactly when it's going to be because we haven't actually officially mentioned anything about it. But we do have a multiplayer thing going as well in the back, which will tie into the single player as well.
Well, technically, the entire game is multiplayer.
Well, yeah,
The code is basically built on top of multiplayer code. Kind of like Unreal Tournament, but not. I may give a brief glimpse of how many files I've actually created in the last month since I've had to do a full rewrite. But I won't go into specific codes. Okay, so we've kind of got that. Let's close that window. So if I come over to this again. So
let's see. Got a question from Andrew. Sorry if you guys answered this. In the Unreal Engine 2 ADR, did you guys bring in models for the terrain, or were they generated in an engine?
they were
And if
generated
so,
in the engine.
were height maps saved somewhere?
Height maps weren't safe because the height maps are different compared to what they are now. Back then it was 8-bit, and Unreal Engine 4 and 5 only take 16-bit. I tried to export the 8-bit and put it into Photoshop and increase the resolution, but it was not in grayscale. It was in some type of pink and yellow type of coloring, and it was like chunky. And when I imported it into Unreal Engine 5, it was more spikier than a set of spikes that kill Sonic in the video games. So
Mm-hmm.
I thought, you know what, I'm gonna have to rebuild it from scratch because the idea were export the height map and import it into the new engine, but unfortunately it's not doable. So kind of getting this shape here at the moment, but it's currently a little too high on this side.
Andrew goes, Lamau, spikes, eh?
Very
Send me the
spiky.
map. Send me the map.
I deleted it. I was like, nope, not having that. If I flatten this slightly, bring that tool strength down, and the size.
Oh.
Just move that out. What time is it now? I think what we'll do is another 35 minutes, making it even 2 hours.
Yeah.
And then we'll
Well,
call it a
technically, it will be
night.
24 minutes.
Yeah.
Actually,
Oh,
since
25.
we have people on as well, like if you have any questions about the music or anything,
Yeah.
I'll try and answer that while he's working on this thing for the tech demo. So
How
if
many
anyone has
people
any
do
questions
we
about
have
that,
online right now?
at the moment we have about 8 people.
I'm going to say all I'm hearing is Alina Fox and Andrew.
Yeah, because they had like a lot of discussion happen and it was kind of funny. So I just relayed what they said because we don't have the live chat working at the moment, which will be working next time.
If you're on the YouTube stream, feel free to drop in our Discord and chat there, and we'll answer any questions you have.
Yeah, is there an official link to the Discord
It
on
should
your
be,
YouTube
but
profile or?
yeah, there is. It's on every other video except this one.
Oh, okay, yeah. So if you check old videos from Deck, you're gonna be able to find the link to the Discord. You could join in there if you want to follow the progression.
Right, what I'm doing now is just setting up a temporary water plan, which is just going to be this, just for like reference.
But yeah, as I mentioned, if you have any questions about the music, just throw them out there, and I'll try and answer as much as I can.
This needs
While
to be
we're looking at
higher.
this beautiful beach being built.
It's not beautiful right now.
It will be. Have faith.
I have faith. I have to have
At
faith
some point.
because I'm the one
Yeah.
doing it.
Yeah, at some point. Have the faith.
I remember when I did the original beach, it took me a while to get the terrain right.
I mean, in that sense, having the sculpt tool to like make landscapes like this is a godsend in a sense, because you can do quick mock-ups and like build things fast.
Yeah. So that's that. Right, let's see. I think this might be a bit too big to be honest. But I can always tweak it later.
Well, I mean, you can always move Sonic up.
I just did. So let's look over here. So we got this big chunk of rock here. We've got that big chunk of rock. So we've got 4 rocks. And we've got some small ones here and this one over here. So let's have a look.
Holy crap, I'm actually feeling my age. Like, I've been active in so many different streams this entire week. Most of them have been like around like the time we started this to around midnight, and then from midnight and forward, it's just oof, oof. I'm oof.
It's getting to you.
Yeah,
The
a little
old
bit.
age is getting to you, my friend.
Yeah, it sucks, but it's life. It happens.
Yeah. There's when we were doing this when we were young. Wow. So long ago.
Then again, like back then, we didn't have all of these nice tools and stuff. So I
That's
mean,
true.
yeah. So I mean, having the tools available now to be able to do everything that we wanted to do back then, but now, I mean,
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
It's kind of weird, isn't it?
Younger.
It's like ADR was like telling us, I'm not ready yet for this. I'm not ready. I'm going to cause problems for you. Can't do this, can't do that. And then all these brilliant tools became available, and it was like all we needed was to increase our skills and knowledge, wait for these tools, and then boom, it's doable.
Yeah.
You know something, that I'm really going to learn to start transitioning. That actually is looking better. It's pretty much on point with the scale. So as you can see, Sonic is here. And if we just duplicate him 3 times to represent the 3 player starts, and then transition back, come down, it's pretty much same width, thereabouts. So now we've got that. Once the rod's getting put in place, these ones here, you can start getting a sense that the scale is coming together. Having just the character on a piece of land, it's like, is this correct? I don't know.
Then again, like, imagine how good it will look though when every texture and all that stuff is sorted out and you have proper lights and whatnot.
Oh yeah,
Imagine how good the beach section is gonna look.
proper atmospherics and everything.
Yeah. It's gonna be so nice, so pretty. I'm gonna like it so much. It's gonna be very nice. Just running around looking at things. So good.
That one is that one that's selected. So that is basically forcing the player to come through here and around. This needs to be probably a bit bigger, maybe. Let's see if I can actually get Sonic in here. So this is how we used to do actor placement in a little window. Then you have to find the thing. Actor.
Let's see.
Is there a pawn? Yep, pawn, Unreal pawn, X pawn, ADR pawn, Sonic pawn.
Andrew posted some exploring height maps stuff from Wikipedia. 16-bit.
I don't think Sonic's actually been placed. Come on,
I'm guessing.
that's Sonic.
Vincent will check it later. So I'm not that knowledgeable when it comes to like. I do not have enough knowledge about height maps. I do not. I am the noob.
I don't think I can actually place Sonic meshes, can I? No. I mean, yes, it's a mesh. For some reason, it won't let me. Maybe I'm not remembering this engine correctly anymore, because it's been so long since I've actually used it. Monitor destroyed. I'm sure when you click on that and then you click that, yeah, that one's appearing. So actors are being placed, but yeah, when you select the character pawn, it doesn't add it. Well, that's not cool.
Let's see. Might be able to convert height maps for use in Unreal Engine 5, but apply it to a WPO in a standard material, and
So,
then use the terrain tool to trace it over.
still won't work because it's 8-bit.
According to the wiki thing that he found, apparently when you export it, it becomes a 16-bit.
I tried it and it doesn't. You need UTPT to do something with it, which is an external third-party tool.
Yeah, I mean, he posted it in the Discord, so
I'll
I
have a look at
mean,
it
it
after.
might be some useful. Yeah, might be some information
Yeah.
that could be useful.
One good thing about the new terrain system is that you can actually duplicate an area of the terrain and copy it in a different part. But what would be good is if you can actually save certain pieces of terrain and then put it into like a blueprint or something and use it as like a stencil tracer, and then you can move over the actual thing.
Oh, Andrew goes, "Aw." I'm guessing he still wanted the spikes because he wants you to send him the map, the hype map with the spikes on it. Sneaky.
Let's bring that up a bit. Let's scroll up. So that comes to where it basically dips down. So therefore, over here, that's pretty much around the right location. Coming to this section, sculpt, aligning it slightly, bring it down a bit, smooth it out, bring that down just slightly, raise it, smooth it again. And increase brush size. So what we'll do, we'll block out this island, and then we'll do parts of the other one in another stream.
Mm.
So what we'll do now is bring in some palm trees. We have color. I believe there's one
It's not
here.
just gray and dull anymore.
No, it's not. So we've got one palm tree there. Then we have another palm tree over here. Then we have another one here. Then... Actually, we have two in that location. We have another one over here. And one about here. So this one. Let's change this. So, change it to a different type.
I think one thing that I always wondered is how did Sonic end up on this random island? Out like in nowhere. Just a random beach with no means to get there. He just boom. There we are.
Well, you could
Okay,
just
I'm on this
imagine
island.
that Tails basically dropped him off in the tornado like he did in Sonic 3.
Well, yeah, I was thinking that, but I mean, we never got Tails or Knuckles properly implemented in the tech demo.
True, the models aren't in, but the code is there.
Yeah, so technically they're ghosts. So ghosts drop Sonic off on this random island. It's a mystery. Got new lore. Oh yay. Uh, Andrew's saying doing a really good job eyeballing that layout. So you're doing a good job.
Cheers. So if we transition back over to the old version. So what we've got is this palm tree here. And we've got this one. And that one. Which is actually right behind a rock. So I'm gonna have to move that rock. Let's scale it up a bit. Because it's quite large. Let's adjust its shape. There's more. Like that. This one needs to come over. Let's just increase the size slightly. So this actually looks like it hovers a little over the waterline.
The rock?
Yeah. Like it's mostly embedded in the sand. And it's got like a bit of an overhang. Then we've got this large area here. Let's just reshape that one again. I know it's a different static mesh.
I mean, technically, you could take like some artistic
license.
freedoms.
Oh yeah, we'll be doing. Even this rock is completely different to the original. What I can do is basically lift it slightly. Make it a bit smaller. Push it over. Yeah, that shape there looks alright. Yeah. Undo that. So that's that one. Then we've got that section there with the grass. Then we've got this one here, which is roughly about the same size. A little wider. So this is kind of a bit too big. Bring that down. Read it. That's it. So look down here. Yep, it still has that kind of blocking of the path that we have on the other one. I come over here. See, it still blocks that bit there. So what I need now is that that palm tree, remove the one that we currently got into this type of position with a bit of a bend to it. Just bring that over. Yep. I might actually recreate these trees using spline paths so that I can actually bend the trunk of the tree to its actual desired position that I want.
A more variation, technically.
Yeah, exactly. So all these little pieces here will basically be a single static mesh that will actually be spawned along the spline path.
Could be intriguing.
I'll bring this over.
Oh yeah, so in about 2 minutes, we've been on for like 2 hours, I think it is.
How does that look, guys?
I like it. Then again, I'm more interested to see like how it looks later on with all the shaders and all that stuff when it's actually fully on. Because something tells me it's going to look really, really good.
Yeah. So those rocks right there are actually the replacements for these ones up in this bottom right corner here. So do I have them in the right position? So they're basically in front of this rock. So let's transition over. Let's move these characters back. They look like they're too far forward compared to their start locations, the old version. They look like they're about there. And that looks almost spot on. And down.
Andrew's enjoying the look of it too.
Actually, I think this needs to be moved over a bit. I go to the other. Yeah, it's kind of. They're kind of like on the edge where it starts tapering down, and that's slightly over. But it also looks like the island has this section as well coming away. So if I come up, round, you can see it doesn't quite line up. So back in here, sculpt, just kind of add, bring that down a bit, start shaping it. Looks pretty much almost on point. Probably needs moving in there a bit. Sculpt that down. Sculpt that. Come on, move. No, I don't want to move a tree. No! There we go. So now we've got a proper view of the island. So what I'll do now is bring this water plane, shift that over a bit. Start sculpting it. Moving.
I just realized that that part looks like a skinny peanut.
Looks like what?
A skinny peanut.
A skinny peanut?
Yeah.
Why is it making you hungry?
A little bit, yeah. Then again, I can't eat nuts, so. But yeah, just the shape of it, like it's a very skinny looking peanut.
Scale this temporary mesh up. Then smooth that bit out. So it looks like we need to increase some height here. Bring that back a bit. It looks like it's a bit of a drop off towards the back section of this small island. I bring that up a bit.
Andrew goes, now he just needs to add a money pit. Not sure if you guys watch Curse of Oak Island.
No. Never seen it.
Money pit.
Needs a little bit of hype.
Yeah, wasn't there an enemy in the SCP game people called the Peanut?
No idea.
Oh yeah, SCP 173, I think it was. It's like a concrete monster. It looks like a peanut, or they call him the Peanut. It chases you down. So he doesn't move whenever you look at him. When you look away, he comes at you. Under that rock, though, at the end of the thing there, I would actually add another rock underneath that, just to have it like be supported.
Well, it's pretty much embedded in the sand.
Yeah, but sand is if it's close to water, it's not gonna keep all that weight up. So I'd probably just add like a rock as a support thing underneath it, barely visible.
Who's going for realism in a cartoon game?
I mean, even if it's a cartoon game, logic is logic, and just pointing that out.
Talking about a game that basically its logic is you actually hovering in the air when you come off the side of a cliff for a brief second before falling.
Yeah.
Right, so
Peanut chip too. Wait a minute. What's he having?
there actually is a bit more over here.
Wait, where's that? Wait a minute. Andrew, what did you post? Oh, Oakland Drive. Okay, yeah. Kind of does look a little bit like a peanut. Oh, yes. Thank you for stopping by, Andrew. Enjoy your dinner.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Andrew. Remember, your game still awaits. Kind of see from it. ADR will beat you first. Right. Ooh, that looks a bit jagged. I tell you something, what I'm surprised with. This early access version 2 of the Unreal Engine 5, not many glitches.
Well, that's positive. The first one was like riddled with
Compared
it.
to Unreal Engine 4. Unreal Engine 4 kept
Yeah.
always crashing. This has got to be the most stable build of an Unreal Engine I've ever used.
Yeah, 4 was a little bit of a Trojan horse. It's like at some point something worked, and then some point something else broke. Yeah, it was just it was special before they ironed out a lot of the stuff. So
Alright, I've got one from. Let's duplicate this. For other areas, what I'd use is these plants and these trees. I use the terrain foliage tool for that. But because I'm trying to make a one-to-one of this initial location that everyone started at, this is the one that basically would need to be almost exact with some creative liberties.
yeah, I do like the shadowing though from the light. The natural shadows is very nice looking.
Yeah. If you look at the original, there's no shadows really.
Yes, just here you go, color.
Exactly. That's how it worked back then. It was based, you had to fake the shadows. You get a bit of shadowing over here, it gets a bit darker. But that was about the extent of it. Where now you've got like things like Lumen and the previous version in Unreal Engine 4 dealing with the light,
Yeah.
the shadowing techniques and the sun and everything. Just a heck of a lot better.
Yeah, don't forget to save, by the way.
It's already saving.
Okay, it
I've
has
got
saved,
automatic
but
save on.
yeah, I know, but like just to make sure.
Actually, you're right. It's not saving. Why are you not saving? I'll
Because
call this
you're gonna
temp.
spend some time on this.
Temp. Uh, each area. I'm calling it temp because this map will be transferred over into the other Unreal Engine version
Yep.
once those shaders are fixed. As for the next live stream, might do it next weekend, where we carry on with the beach section.
And hopefully by that time we're gonna have the live stream chat working as well.
Yeah.
So less growing pains.
We got enough
And who
time to-
knows? Even it might only be Vincent himself doing it. Oh, you're gonna be bullied.
Ooh.
Second ever stream, and people gonna bully you. Oof.
You know what? I'll get Andrew in just to torment him.
Yeah, maybe.
No doubt he'll probably say, I'm fixing my house. The house has been fixing for the last 11 years.
I mean, maybe it's a big house.
It
Who
is
knows?
actually. He's done a heck of a good job on it.
Yeah, there you go. Look at the house. A lot of work.
Even though it's in grayscale right now with a tiny bit of colour, actually looks
Yeah.
pretty good with the shadowing, like you said.
Yeah, imagine like when everything is in there though. It's gonna look really, really good.
It's also giving that kind of cartoony feel as well with these type of shapes for stunning meshes. Like even this plant, even though I don't have like a texture on it, it feels like a bit of a cartoony plant.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just because it's next to this cartoony looking tree. Because the original
I mean,
was like a proper fern. If you have a look here, it's like flat planes with a texture of a fern. How many do we need? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they're basically coming out of the trees. Do palm trees have ferns at the bottom? I don't think they do they?
um, honestly, I don't know. I mean, I can look it up a bit quick. but I highly doubt it. Wait a minute. Yeah, no, but usually just pure ground underneath the root.
Creative liberty right there.
Yeah.
Make that a bit bigger. Right. Let's have a look. What other plants do I have? Environment. Nope, nothing in there. Stylized. Nope. Probably shifted over into the other version. Rock, terrain, vegetation, plants. Here we go. Yeah. Okay, so that's that section done. And this one looks like it's pretty small. So let's bring this up. So we'll quickly build this section here. And then we'll carry on next week. So we got 1, 2, 3, 2 rocks. 3 again, 2 rocks, and then 1. We'll start with the rocks first. Scale that up. Scale this. Let's have a look at that, the old version. So this has a bit of an overhang as well, going into the water area. That one looks like it's pretty embedded into the sand. Just that one. That. It's like it's just on the edge. So just needs a bit of a rotation. this one up. Cross. So it looks like it's pointing downwards, and then the other one behind it is revealed slightly. So I shall bring that there. Then across. So sorry, pointing down. Closer.
I do feel like when this area is set up and all that stuff properly, and you start boosting around, like initial start, and you just boost, gonna look pretty cool.
Oh yeah, definitely. Probably bang into that rock right there to begin with, by the tree. Once you know the actual layout again.
I mean, if anything, like the gameplay overall is gonna be a lot more sped up compared to the old one. 'Cause you have the
Definitely will
boosting and
be.
you have other stuff. So
Yeah, because the initial item box with the speed shoes, that's usually around in this area. You'll have to boost, so that will be changed to something else. Maybe 10 rings.
yeah.
That's that. Get some of these rocks. Feels a bit too big, does this? Doesn't it?
Hmm?
Looks a bit too wide, this area here, compared to the original.
But that's
Yeah,
good though. Considering like the movement is gonna be so different. Like the main gameplay from like the old version was that it took a while to speed up and whatnot. Now you have like a lot more movement and more dynamic movement. So having it a little bit wider in certain points wouldn't be that much better of an idea overall, I think.
so that is definitely lower down. Tree looks a bit higher. Do the fern. Bit of grass. Fern there, fern around there. I guess we need a scale reference over here. Scale that up. That can be one of the biggest ones. Then change this scale as well because they're all pretty much the same size. I'll drag that one over. Then it's just that grass, isn't it?
Hmm?
It's just that grass.
So much grass.
It's not that much grass.
So much grass.
Bring that up. So on this side.
In 2.5 hours. Oof.
Wow. I didn't expect it to be that long, but then again, we were discussing various things for about an hour.
Yeah, but that's like they need the background from where this kind of came from. Actually, I mean, they technically they don't, but it kind of comes with the territory because we're doing something old in a new engine.
That's true.
So Ooh.
Is that your ghost impression?
Yeah, I'm slowly. My brain is slowly turning off. It's late. It's past midnight for me.
Yeah, it's almost midnight for me.
Yeah.
Right, what do you guys think?
I'm
Even though it's all grayscale right now. So if I look down there, maybe bring that out and then transition over. Oh, you haven't been seeing it. Whoops. Should have told me, Tim.
What? Told you what?
So we're looking down what would be towards the loop made of rocks down here.
I thought you saw those.
No, we're not built it yet.
No, we haven't even gotten a proper loop working yet. So.
And then down,
Looks
looking
nice
down
though,
here.
like the initial, like from the Sonic perspective at the beginning of the thing looks pretty good. Looks a bit dense though, but
Well, you could say it's grown a little in the last 13 years or so.
yeah,
A little bit has changed. Bit of erosion
we'll go with that.
and everything. Bit of character. But then, so that's what it was like, and that's what it's like currently. Yeah. I think I'll leave it there. Actually, what I'll do.
Tune in next week to see what happened to the island. Ooh.
I'll change some of these palm trees probably next week. Give it a bit of variation so they're not all the same standing mesh. But
Yeah.
Once the lighting system's perfected, these leaves will be a lot better. They'll be more darker in shade and everything. So that'll be a lot better. But running down here kind of gives me a little Crash Bandicoot vibe.
A little bit, yeah.
Alright. We shall leave it at that. Thank you everyone for joining us. Hopefully we didn't bore you too
We hope you
much.
enjoyed.
And you've heard some interesting stories. And we'll see you again next time.
Yep.
Adios for now.